Live from Cape Town, this is the Voice of the Cape. The Voice of the Cape. The Voice of the Cape. The Voice of the Cape.
The Youth Hour. For the youth. By the youth. On 91.3 FM Stereo.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is that time of your Saturday afternoon. We are tuned with myself, Jasmina Pertersen, on the Youth Hour Learning to Lead. At this moment in time, we kick off with Zakaria HAMEL IDRISSI, and he's all the way from Morocco, and he's going to be speaking to us more on the Youth for Peace and Dialogue Between Cultures. That is his non-profit organization that he has, and he is the founder of that. Zakaria, assalamu alaikum to you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, dear sister Jasmina.
Yes, Zakaria, shukran so much for taking time out all the way from Morocco on your busy schedule to speaking to us more on this. Now, Zakaria, I want to find out more on the Youth for Peace and Dialogue Between Cultures. This organization, what is this all about?
Well, Youth for Peace and Dialogue Between Cultures organization is a non-profit organization which mission is to build a world where young people from different religions and backgrounds can come together to create understanding and respect by serving their communities. And other side, Youth for Peace and Dialogue Between Cultures, it's aimed to promoting the culture of peace and human rights. And we work to inspire youth around the globe to become valuable advocates for tolerance and peace.
Okay, now Zakaria, for how long has this been in existence though, this organization?
Well, I have been working since 10 years. I mean,
Wow.
We created this organization in 2005.
Okay, so having been the founder of this organization, what were your aims and objectives when finding this organization or founding this organization, if I can put it that way?
Well, we do many activities in Morocco and in Europe and even in Africa. And what we do, firstly, is organize the World Interfaith Harmony Week to spread the message of harmony and tolerance among the followers of the world's religions, faith, and beliefs. It seeks to do this by promoting their common basis of love of God and love of the neighbor. All love the good and love of the neighbor. Its message includes everyone, excludes no one, and is purely voluntary.
Okay. Now, Zakaria, tell me, how do you manage to communicate with understanding across cultures?
Well, as a youth organization in Morocco, we have many partners around the world, and these partners are the World Religions Council and organization of Analyst Foundation that's based in Egypt, and many partners here in Morocco.
Yes.
And as each year, we invited many religious and spiritual leaders to a meeting in Morocco, in Oujda, and we organized this Interfaith Harmony Week. And as you know, Morocco has long been known to welcome cultural and religious diversity. And today it's continued to demonstrate its commitment to religious tolerance.
Okay, definitely. This is something very interesting because the support, like in Morocco, what was that like when you started this organization?
I think that freedom of religious, we have freedom of religious in Morocco. There is so many Jews in Morocco and Christianity and all worship in their place of worship with freedom, and no one bother them. And the Constitution of Morocco allow the other faiths to worship in their places with no problems. And this is thanks of the King Mohammed VI as Amir al-Mu'minin, alhamdulillah. And we have more tolerance and much activities in Morocco in this field, as Morocco nowadays as a model, an example of interfaith tolerance and interfaith dialogue in the area, especially in Arab world. And you see about ISIS,
Yes.
in this recently world. And alhamdulillah, we have this king who promote the culture of peace and the culture of religious tolerance in Morocco and in other area.
Okay, now Zakaria, talking to us about interfaith. Talk to us more about the 5th World Interfaith Harmony Week and meeting, how to get people involved in that.
Yeah, that's a good question. The area where we live, as I told you, we have many Christianity and
Yes.
Jewish people
Yeah.
in Morocco. And when we organized this, and when first I called to harmony, many churches and places of worship get involved with pleasure and with so joy. So because the fundamental principle of a common word, love of God and love of the neighbor, from the basis of the fundamental principle used to word interfaith harmony week, this being love of God and love of the neighbor, or love of the good and love of the neighbors. Let me please tell you about the history of word interfaith harmony week.
Yes.
In 2010, the word interfaith harmony week was launched by the United Nations General Assembly, and the General Assembly affirmed that mutual understanding and anti-religious dialogue constitute important dimension of the culture of peace, and proclaim the first week of February of every year the word interfaith harmony week between all religions, faiths, and beliefs. And it encourages all states to support a voluntary basis to spread the message of interfaith harmony week and goodwill in the world churches and mosques, temples, and every place of worship during that week. I mean, the first week of February.
Yes.
And based of two common, love of God and love of the neighbor, or based on love of good and love of the neighbor, each according of their own religious tradition and convictions.
Zakaria, with regards to, you're speaking about interfaith and we are speaking about cultures and so forth. Now, how do you bring cultures between, cultures together, as there seems to be a lot of hate between the religions at the moment?
Yeah, this is a good question. As we come back to history, there are millions of people has been killed in the name of religions, and
Yes.
the violence of religions still exist in this world, unfortunately. And our Islam and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in his "Wallahi la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsihi." No one of you is a believer until you like for your brothers what you like for yourself.
Yes.
And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to this world for mercy, for peace, and not our Islam is not religious of terrorism or violence, but religions of peace and tolerance for all human beings in this world.
Now, Zakaria, with regards to the youth, the organization, are you thinking about broadening their horizons and opening similar centers in other countries?
Yeah, recently I got many requests from many youth from around the world, especially from Africa and Arab worlds and from America.
Yes.
And the beautiful things that we have in this association, it's for everyone and every time, and you can do any activities in any countries. I mean, it's a global organization, not local or national organization. So everyone who love humanity, love peace, and love the other one can spread this message and can have a chapter in their countries.
Okay, definitely. And Zakaria, lastly, I wanted to find out with you. You say that you have been working 10 years with regards to this youth organization. Now, I want to actually take you back as to when you started up this youth organization, when the idea came about. What was the support like? Was there any challenges that you faced, any criticism that you faced along the way?
Yeah, I think so, because when we start something, we get so many challenges in every work we do in life. I mean, if you want to succeed and you have an aims to achieve your goals in your life, it's not easy anyway. And thanks of my father, rahimahullah, and thanks of my brothers who helped me to found this organization. And alhamdulillah, with the country where we live in Morocco, there is so much peace. There is no war, there is no conflict between all religions, and the government here support youth very, very, very much, and they encouraged them to create this kind of activities and this kind of organization. And human rights are in advance in Morocco, even in southern provinces in the desert. I mean, Morocco is the best country in the Arab world, I think, by the way, but I have been visited in Egypt or Tunisia or Libya or even in other Arab countries, but I really been so lucky and so happy I was born in this place called Morocco, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Now, in ending off, Zakaria, how can people get involved with your organization? Is there any contact number, any website that they go to?
Yeah, of course, we have an official page on Facebook. It's Youth for Peace Morocco, and we have an official page of the World Interfaith Harmony Week Morocco, and we have my official page too. So anyone can be interested to get involved there is so many ways to get involved by working with us, even in other countries, or creating chapters in South Africa or in Nigeria. We already have a chapter in Nigeria, and we can get involved by working with us or volunteering to come to Morocco. We organize many things, and if another chapter, even for example in South Africa, can organize an activity to come to them to help them and make this event successful events.
Inshallah. Zakaria, for those listening in at the moment, is there anything in which you want to share?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so glad. I'm so honored. Thank you, Sister Jasmina Pertersen. Thank you, Cap of the Voice Radio, for this invitation.
Okay, shukran so much to you, Zakaria, for really taking time out to speak to us all the way from Morocco. If I can ask you, what is the time now at the moment in Morocco?
Well, it's almost, it's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
I mean, it's 2 o'clock and 11. 4 o'clock, 11.
Oh, okay, 11 minutes past 4. Zakaria, I wish you all of the best and all of the success to your organization and all your endeavors in future. Shukran so much for taking time out to speaking to us. Assalamu alaikum.
Shukran. Jazakumullah khairan.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.